legendary 10 pounds of gold is on the line. Jacques, retrieve Sweet Charlotte, please, sir. And we're going to call this match to order. The NWA World Heavyweight Championship, the oldest running championship in the business, and Scrap Iron Adam Pearce steps out of the ring. There you go. Break the momentum. Guys.
Well, this is frustrating to say the least. If you're the fans, you're definitely frustrated by this action right now. You want to see this one heat up off the bat, but Adam Pearce, he's not going to give anybody what they want. Everything on his terms.
And that has what has made him four-time NWA champion. But, gentlemen, let me bear in mind, Adam Pearce shot a promo from Battle Mountain, I believe it was, right outside of San Diego, stating that he had a great amount of respect for the Maestro after their first encounter. Now, as we saw earlier in this broadcast, the Maestro had some comments aimed at the National Wrestling Alliance, the board of directors, not necessarily Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, but the board of directors and the NWA, and that has angered Scrap Iron Adam Pearce.
Well, the Maestro of Wrestling definitely has a chip on his shoulder, to say the least. Not Bob Trobich's favorite man, not my favorite man, but this morning he's got his shot. Whatever he wants to say about his opportunities, this morning he's got his shot. And what a shot.
He is going to make the best of it. And it's right here on NWA Mountain State Wrestling. Here's your collar and elbow tie-up. And look at that. Both men. Strobacks Pearce right into the corner. Wow, did you see how those guys locked up?
So much intensity. Is Adam Pearce telling the referee that the stroke grabbed his scalp?
Yes, he says he pulled his hair.
That is a stretch even by my standards.
And your standards are pretty stretched out. Do you hear the words? Straight. Pearce says, you want to play the game? Let's play the game. Stroh's ready to play the game. That's why he's here.
There are none better in this game than Scrap Iron Adam Pearce and the Maestro, and you see some fantastic sequences of chain wrestling there by Adam Pearce, but Stroh following it up, turns him around, side headlock, armbar, flips him over, down on the Maestro, still holding on, very effective wrist lock, and Adam Pearce goes straight to the ropes.
That's because Adam Pearce didn't want his arm grapevine into a choke. Brilliant maneuver, but everybody here is under the impression now that the stroke came out on top of that one. Jacques Moliere.
Well, look at Scrap Iron, the world heavyweight champion. I mean, if this is why he's the world heavyweight champion, you kind of got me in a mix-up situation here. I mean, he needs to get in that ring and defeat the Stroh and remain the world heavyweight champion.
Well, Jacques, if I can cover that for you, and I can tell Hensley's about ready to say something too, he is the world heavyweight champion because 4 times he has defeated the best in the industry.
Well, let's not make light of a term in our industry that's very important called the champion's advantage.
Yes.
Pinfall or submission, that title's going to change hands. He doesn't have to get in that ring to beat the Stroh for the world title. The Stroh has to keep him in that ring if he wants to wrest it away. If Adam Pearce gets counted out, he's not going to give a good Jim Dandy. He's going to walk out of here still holding on to that title.
That is precisely correct. Look at these two guys coming together like two John Bulls right here in the ring. This is intensity.
And a fantastic test of strength between two titans in our business. And a Greco-Roman knuckle lock sees Adam Pearce coming out on top for the moment. But you see the Stroh trying to muscle out of it, trying to feed off the energy in this building.
Look at that, Stroh's back up. Stroh with the reversal to a wrist lock. Wow, cinching it in. Guys, Scrap Iron Adam Pearce. Oh, great one-arm side drag, Pearce right there in the ropes.
Well, referee Andrew Sanders refereeing this match, calling it how it is, right down the middle. No exceptions, no at all.
If somebody was smart, they would have slipped him a Benji before the match in favor of the Maestro. I don't care how we get that world title here. We need to get it here.
Wow, this place is getting a little more excited here.
The candor of the world champion I have to question.
Well,
very brazen with the fans.
There's a fan behind that fan restraining him by holding his shirt. And the Stro taking advantage, gets him right back where he wanted him again. No rope break this time. Wow. I'm here to tell you, this is going to be probably the most exciting hour of television that we've had, our 300th episode.
5 minutes into this match. 5 minutes into this match.
You know, Dean, looking at these two competitors, I've got to think back to the storied careers they've had. So much history behind both of these men's paths, both of these men's journeys to this evening. So many accolades behind them.
Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, the road to his third heavyweight championship was paved in a tournament fashion. In this tournament, you had names like Brian Daniels, who was the American Dragon at the time, now Daniel Bryan, WWE. He has
rolled over a lot of guys during his world title reigns.
Colt Cabana.
Gosh.
Chance Prophet, the national heavyweight champion. That we have, wow, he is laying hands on the official here.
And let's not forget, he's definitely taken the Maestro apart before. Almost 10 months ago, they met in the ring, and Pearce came out of there with the world title still.
But it was after a 45-minute time limit draw where he was, by his own admission, within a hair's breadth of submitting. A hard fist into the temple. Wow, what a hard right hand. Oh, it's Stro's firing back with a chop.
That was like a super chop right there.
There's your super chop right there.
Oh, man, you can hear that from a mile away. Stro coming back with them heavy punches. Gets Scrap Daddy Iron Pearce in that corner. Here we go. Que pase?
Heavy chops. Wow, did you hear that last chop? And the crowd is going nuts.
And can you see the welts forming on Adam Pearce's chest?
Already, yes. Stro fires him off. Whoa, power driver.
Counter by the Stro. Is it crossface time? No, Adam Pearce hasn't scouted. He knew exactly what to do to get out of that. He knows better than to get caught in the crossface.
Well, the crossface is almost what cost him Sweet Charlotte in Rand, West Virginia.
It would have been over for the world heavyweight champion.
Well, actually, it would have been just beginning for the new world heavyweight champion, who would have been the Maestro.
And the former Ring of Honor mainstay Adam Pearce going to the outside. And you know, you say Ring of Honor, you think of a guy named Jim Cornette. And you know who else wrestled under a guy named Jim Cornette very early in his career? The Maestro.
Smoky Mountain Wrestling, absolutely. Tell him about it. Tell him about it.
Early in his career, a young man named Robbie Eagle won the Smoky Mountain Wrestling TV title.
Whoa!
With a guy named Chris Candido. Both of these men have learned so much from top names in our business like Cornette. And they are taking it to each other right now. Yes, if there's a match Mountain State Wrestling has ever produced that Jim Cornette's probably watching with a great deal of respect and admiration, it's this one, gentlemen, and that's saying a lot.
Look at that. Scrap Iron, Adam Pearce just laying on our fans here. I love it.
And now he breaks up the action with fingers in the eyes. The whole reason that things got out of hand outside was because Pearce got a hold of Stro and pulled him out by the ankles. And now Stro, who's prone on the floor here.
And
hey, what's he got? He's choking him out with something.
He's choking him with his own tights, Dean.
Wow.
Adam Pearce sparing no shortcut. I can't blame him for that.
Colorful metaphors now. We're going to try to keep this program G. Whoa, big chop.
Measures him. Up to the temple. Stro answers back, though, adding to the welts already forming on Adam Pearce's chest.
Oh, and an uppercut now by your television champion, who could be well on his way to being your NWA World Champion. Thumb to the eyes now. He rolls back into the ring, maybe just out of desperation, needing to know where he's at.
Yeah, all right, both men finally back. Oh, and look at that. The Stro is in that corner. He's in trouble now. Scrap Iron choking him hard.
And Adam Pearce literally standing above the Maestro right now, right across his throat, choking him out. And you see the effects there. The Stro just draped across that bottom rope.
Whoa, you know, you don't see the Stro get manhandled very often, but a lot of this has been some heavy manhandling.
Well, you don't see the Stro in the world title match against Adam Pearce very often. If there's a guy capable of dismantling anyone under any conditions, it's Adam Pearce.
The argument gets made that he is the most commandeering, the most important wrestler of the modern era, Scrap Iron Adam Pearce. And you know what? He seems more than content to stay in the NWA.
10 minutes lapsed. 10 minutes.
Pearce continuing to go after the Maestro of wrestling. And here's an important thing to note about Pearce. He's a very patient man. He's not about flash, he's about opportunity.
Now he wears the accolades of the champion. He wears a flashy robe, but his style, slow, patient, methodical.
He's a businessman. That's the name of the game in any business that you have a competitor. You wait for them to make a mistake, you capitalize on it, and then you don't let up. You keep on squeezing until there's no blood left in that body.
Stro down on his knees, and the champion bids you look at him. Does the Maestro?
Right between the eyes with that one.
Does the Maestro have enough left in him?
You know, to a lot of people right now, it looks like the Maestro is in trouble, but this is a high-profile contest, and the Maestro is no stranger to high profile.
Absolutely.
He made his WCW debut against Sting. He's been in the ring with a 3-time world karate champion named Ernest Miller. It took the assistance of James Brown to humble the Maestro on that one.
Standing neck breaker, and here's your cover. I was starting to wonder if the title was going to be safe around Scrap Iron Pearce's wrist.
The Maestro's still got a lot left.
Wow, Scrap Iron insulting the referee, Andrew Sanders, telling him he don't know how to count.
Snap Mare into a sleeper hold.
Adam Pearce doing everything he can to keep this match slow, allow himself to maintain control. And here's a really, really important thing to know. I said earlier, he's a patient man. By being patient, by not being flashy, by not using high-impact maneuvers, by using mat wrestling, it enables him to control the match for a prolonged period of time, limiting the mistakes he can make.
Stro still has it. He is going to work his way back up. Yes, he is. He's at his base.
Stro mounting a comeback, feeding off the fans. Elbow to the gut of Pearce. Another one. Sends him off the ropes.
And it's now a spinning neck breaker. We had a standing neck breaker first, a spinning neck breaker now. Maybe Scrap Iron Adam Pearce has learned from his injury just how important the neck is. And if he can isolate the Maestro's neck, then he can isolate the Maestro.
You know, this also puts them on equal ground. Pearce may come in here with a history of neck injuries, but he's looking to cause the Maestro on right now.
Well, if it can save him a trip back into NWA Mountain State to face him, whoa!
Whoa!
Open palm slaps, what an insult!
Oh, man.
Adam Pearce is just playing with the NWA Mountain State Wrestling TV chat, but Stro moves out of the way. Pearce
whoa!
big, and now Stro answering back. There's your receipt, Adam Pearce.
And I'm telling you what, the champion's reeling and rocking. Now high back drop by the Maestro. And Adam Pearce walking into a big chop. Here's your cover. Oh, and now, inverted armbar now.
You see Pearce holding on to his own arm, preventing the Maestro from fully capitalizing on that maneuver.
But that arm is still bent the wrong way.
And it also puts Stro in a better position to put Pearce's arms down on the mat.
Well, Scrap Iron Adam Pearce very well might tap out. He is really close. Look at his face. You can feel and see the frustration and all the pain and agony he's going through, telling the referee to shut up.
And not only does he have to fight off the Stro with that maneuver, he has to, whoa, Maestro's cinching it in now. He has to keep his own shoulders off the mat.
But once again, look at Adam Pearce holding on to his own arm, preventing as much damage as possible. But Stro nails him to the head a series of times, and he's got it locked now.
Submission maneuver.
And Stro really laying into Adam Pearce. Just grinding away, working on that arm. It's called a wear down hold for a reason. You grab a hold of somebody's body, any part of their anatomy, you hold on to it, and you just work away.
Textbook Anderson 101. You isolate us, part of the body. Whoa, we've got shoulders on the mat. Can this be it? No.
Grabbing the referee's shirt. Look at that. Referees, get off me. I don't know what Scrap Iron is gonna, looks like he's reversing, coming back. Yes, he is.
Yes, indeed. Using his body position there.
Maestro, though, still has a hold of the arm, but Pearce is right next to those ropes.
15 minutes elapsed. 15 minutes into the
All he has to do, he just did it. He just did it. He grabbed the bottom rope. That's all he needed to do. Positioning.
Wow. That's right place, right time. Oh, he's going for the crossface. Is he going to get the stroke crossface on? Did he cinch it in? He's got it cinched in.
He's got it. Pearce is in a world of trouble, but once again, it comes down to positioning.
And learning from past situations. Whoa!
Oh, man.
And Pearce just sent him throat first across that middle rope there.
And now, Stro rolling into danger territory. We've already seen the action outside the ring once already. This is a hard-fought contest, and you mentioned pacing. Whoa! Elbow drop off the apron by Scrap Iron Adam Pearce. You mentioned pacing. The champion keeping it slow. This match could go on all night if it wasn't for time limit.
And I mentioned patience too, waiting for an opportunity to use your opponent's momentum against them.
He just threw Stro through a chair to the far wall. He's just slowing the referee.
Oh, man, the referee slid across this gymnasium floor.
Pearce has a chair.
Yes, he has that steel chair, but so does the Stro. And he blocks. Whoa, with a counter.
And Stro comes out on top in that exchange, sending the chair into the midsection of Pearce, but Pearce fighting right through that impact.
And he's getting chop after chop after chop by the Maestro.
The way the Stro's keeping up on him with those knife-edge chops on the chest, people take that move very lightly in this business as the Stro sends Adam Pearce into that post.
Yes, the Maestro tried. The Maestro almost ended up into the post.
And the Maestro...
Referee is still down on our side of the ring.
Yeah, he's not even moving. He might need medical attention.
The Maestro turned this thing around in fine fashion, but there's no one out there right now.
Low blow now.
This man back in the ring.
Yeah, but low blow by the champion.
Doesn't matter. Where's the ref?
Exactly.
Do we really? We don't have a second referee out here for a world title match?
Is this going to be a pile driver on the floor?
Oh no, no.
A pile driver on the floor?
If it is, it's over. So might be the Maestro's career, but reversal!
No! He reversed it to a backdrop on the floor. There are no pads here. This is not a case of wrestling of superstars. These are wrestlers. In a wrestling match, there is no padding on this floor. Oh, he's begging.
Now he's begging, asking for mercy.
Look at California sunshine now.
Sweet Charlotte is watching on from the table right here. Wow.
With a tear in her eye.
Big chop now by the Maestro. Punishing blows. Whoa. And Pearce jabbing at the throat.
Double thrust to the throat of the Maestro, and Pearce is going to send him in now. Pearce may feel that the Maestro is weak right now, but the Maestro falling right up. Hit to the midsection. Adam Pearce might be singing soprano right now.
I tell you, a little payback never hurts, you know what I mean? And that don't tickle right here at NWA Mountain State Wrestling.
Every man's weak spot there.
Stro with hard shots. Is he setting him up for a superplex? Can the Maestro superplex Scrap Iron Adam Pearce? He's going to the top. He's going as high as he can go. He's struggling to keep his footing.
He's got it. He's got it locked in. This is it. Superplex. Can he do it? Looks like he can.
Nailed it.
A superplex with authority right here in NWA Mountain State.
That was beautiful. Beautiful.
Telegram for Mr. Maestro. This is opportunity knocking. You gotta fight through the pain. You gotta get up. Now's the time.
Can he cover? Scrap Iron Adam Pearce. No, Pearce has put himself out of position. Pearce got his facilities together enough to start getting to his base.
Pearce still very aware of where he's at.
The Maestro suffering a right hand. They ain't giving one back. This is as exciting a match as I have ever seen.
Both men fighting from their knees.
Right here, the #1 independent wrestling show in the state of West Virginia, NWA Mountain State Wrestling.
Stro and Pearce continuing to trade blows, dead center in the ring. From a kneeling position, Adam Pearce, first man to get his knees up. Stro quick to follow.
Oh, big chops.
20 minutes elapsed. 20 minutes into this match.
I'm here to tell you, Stephen Hensley, we've talked old school versus new school. I have paid my money and my parents' money to see Ric Flair defend the world title on 3 different occasions. This champion is down! Guys, this is as exciting of a championship match as I have ever seen for the world title.
Stro chops the champ down. I can't believe my eyes.
Can Stro capitalize? Stro has to beat Pearce.
Pearce missed big there. Stro's got him down.
He's gonna tap out. We're gonna have a new world heavyweight champion.
Guys, this is torture right here. This almost, hey, we've got Lance Erickson and Boris Dragoff hitting the ring.
Are you kidding me?
What do you think this is? I can't do that.
Are you?
Hey,
come on.
What?
Guys,
I can't believe my eyes.
World champion.
The Canadian Lion just cost the Maestro the
Guys.
opportunity of a lifetime. The moment of his lifetime could have been right there, the biggest moment. Lance Erickson, Boris Dragoff just robbed him of it.
this is bedlam. This is horrible.
I can't believe it,
Here
Dean.
comes Eugene.
Eugene and Johnny Blast hitting the ring. And guys, we are out of time here on NWA Mountain State Wrestling.